Hello and welcome to HITC Sport. How was your Paddy's Day, lads? For me, I think it was great. I mean, I can't really remember too much after Jacob Stockdale's try. I do know celebrating a Grand Slam surrounded by English people, it doesn't tend to go too well. By the way, my throat is still in absolute bits, and doing a video hungover yesterday was the most painful thing in the world. But anyway, that's not why my eye looks like a turnip right now. Anyway, let's take a look at the week of football. A lot of things happened. Mo Salah proved why Chelsea should keep their receipts. Paul Pogba got his hair cut by a drunk toddler. And DT wished Hector Bellerin happy birthday. Which looks about as sincere as whenever Big Sam gives up fatty foods for Lent. Clearly it lasts about 20 minutes before he's curled up in the fetal position with his face stuck in a jar of Nutella. Oh, by the way, lads, a lot of you seem to be asking why I keep sitting up a lot of the time. No, I'm not scratching myself. Kneeling for 10 minutes at a time is actually quite sore, as I found out in my altar boy days. Not like that. Anyway, starting with Jose Mourinho, I mean, where else? Let's see what everyone thought of that defeat to Sevilla.
I still rate Ashley Young as like one of the best fullbacks in the league.
Oh, dear God, no!
He's decent. Don't you?
It was at this point Lawrence knew he f***ed up. Yeah, someone get that man a podcast. Alright, look, yes, the Sevilla game was piss poor. United's failure to take the game with a scruff of the neck was actually unforgivable. It was against a side who lost to a team with Danny Simpson and Mark Albrighton in it last year. The Sevilla were there for the taking, alright? But it leads me on to Jose Mourinho. I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't know if he's changed up his diet or something, but he's been taking on everyone this week. Give him another 10 minutes and he'll probably be challenging KSI, leaving poor Deji in the shadows wondering why no one will pay attention to him. Lad, he has 9 million subs, he could literally have you killed. First, Mourinho responded to Frank de Boer's light advice surrounding Marcus Rashford, you know, that he might have a small difficulty flourishing under Mourinho because the Portuguese is such a winner. That actually sounds like a compliment, if anything. Mourinho responded by calling him the worst manager in the history of the Premier League. And that's like if I made someone a cold cup of tea and they responded by burning down my house. Admittedly, you'd only need about 2 matches, but still. Then the 12-minute rant and all the stuff about heritage. Oh, it was great. The point of it was all this. Everyone calm the down. Losing to Sevilla wasn't great, but Man United haven't actually won the Champions League since 2008. Where has all the entitlement actually come from? He went on to basically say, look at the mess I was given, thanks David and Louis. This is actually going to take some time. For Christ's sake, I still have Maro and Fellaini at the club. Yes, United fans might have a problem with his approach to games, but look, he's already won you 2 trophies. You're in the FA Cup semi-finals, second in the league. This is actually a pretty decent season. He's just unlucky that he's working in the same city as one of the greatest teams this country has ever seen. Yes, I said it. So, Luke Shaw has finally had enough of Mourinho. About in time. I love how it's taken him until now to finally decide that his time is up. Has he just been ignoring the fact that, you know, a 32-year-old winger has been ahead of him all season? How about the time when Mourinho said he actively coached him through a football game on a one-on-one level? I mean, it's a professional football, actually. That was just embarrassing. Well, after the 2-0 FA Cup win over Brighton, Mourinho came out and inadvertently slammed a lack of class, professionalism and desire. I mean, he took Shaw off at half-time, so... Here's the thing, a lot of media outlets are running the story that Mourinho was actually bullying Shaw. Jesus Christ, they're grown men. Do you actually think Mourinho is the Regina George of Old Trafford and just needs a chubby left back to humiliate every week? I mean, believe it or not, this isn't the first manager to have had problems with Shaw. Van Gaal had concerns over his fitness. This was before the leg break now, so maybe he was a bit more worried about Shaw, presumably spending his Thursday nights shoveling jammy donuts down his throat. Mauricio Pochettino, even the man who got the best out of Shaw, came out recently and said this: I felt his heart was not in the right place to make the sacrifices and decisions that are necessary at that age. Listen, Shaw obviously has talent, a bit. 30 million pounds. But apparently his lifestyle is questionable. I don't know what he gets up to in his spare time, alright? Some people can get away with balancing their career with the KFC drive-thru. Wayne, come on, we know you practically live there. But there's others who just can't. According to reports, Shaw does not live his life as clean as he should. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and speculate, alright? I'm not gonna sit here and say he wakes up in the morning, sprays a bottle of tequila into his Weetabix before face planting into a bag of Doritos. His lawyers would be plotting my death pretty quickly if I did. Let's just say though, that I am on Mourinho's side with this. And it'll be interesting to see where Shaw ends up. I'm gonna say everything just for the crack. Cristiano Ronaldo scored the 50th hat-trick of his career against Girona. 50 career hat-tricks. My God. I mean, bizarrely he only scored 1 for Man United. And that was in a game where he was up against Caspa and Stephen Carr. So does that even count? Speaking of Ronaldo and Newcastle, there was a weird story that popped up this week. Floyd Mayweather is apparently launching a takeover of Newcastle United. According to some flimsy reports. I know at least one Newcastle fan who might have a few mixed feelings.
Right, hello.
No, not you. Never a you.
I hate Mayweather. He's a dumb I hate the way he's so full of shit. He's a wife-beating little bastard,
Yeah, that was it. Then again, when the alternative is Mike Ashley.
You look like a London cab driver.
Then again, for poor O'Brien, it'd be like a choice between crippling stomach ulcers or a house with 3 flights of stairs. Sorry, Brian. But let's see, is there any truth in this story? Mayweather is supposedly training for a UFC bout with Conor McGregor. Not sure why, he would literally have his arms ripped from his sockets. Then again, who needs limbs when you can just buy another Lambo? His dad, Jesus, his dad is literally training KSI or some bollocks as he gets ready to box a man who films corpses on August 25th in front of a bunch of 9-year-olds who've just stolen their mother's credit card. Quick tip, Logan, if you want to film dead things, just take your GoPro down to the Stadium of Light. Pretty sure that team is in the 3rd stage of rigor mortis. Anyway, this is what McGregor Jr. has had to say. I love Newcastle. Obviously has never heard of Holly Hagan. Those guys like to party as hard as any city I've been to anywhere in the world. I met some of the players last year and they are good guys. I bet Paul Dummett was his favourite. I am always open to new business opportunities and I love all sports, but I invest with my head, not my heart. But if somebody put together a business plan and my people looking at it and went, Floyd, that can make money, then I would invest. Soccer might not be my game, neither is reading. But I've got connections everywhere, except at your local library. Cristiano Ronaldo has been a long-time supporter and buddy of mine, so I might even be able to get him to finish his career off in Newcastle. Yeah, even if somebody had an old woman at gunpoint in the shopping centre and were basically threatening Ronaldo to sign a contract at St James's Park, I'm pretty sure the Portuguese would just end up stepping over the old lady's corpse in the vegetable aisle instead of having to play alongside Isaac Hayden. Before, of course, giving Logan a call. I just gotta say, Mayweather, if you're looking to make money, football, you're an idiot, basically. If you think you're gonna make money in football, it's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Owning a football club is basically like chucking money down a wormhole. You're never going to see it again. Ask the owners of the Premier League. I'd say most of them actually regret their decision. It's just to boost your own ego, basically. So, basically, don't be a buffoon. I hope Mayweather doesn't watch this video. What am I talking about? He can't spell YouTube. So apparently Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a man who probably pays his barber to follow him around with a pair of scissors at all times, just in case, has imported a collection of sports cars and has them parked outside his hotel in London. Couple of quick questions. Why do you need a fleet of cars, one for each day of the week? Jesus Christ, that man has more vehicles than he has goals for Arsenal. Also, leaving them parked outside your hotel in North London. If any Tottenham fans find out where you live, let's just hope they don't have any keys on them. Apparently he has 9 other cars back in Germany. 9 other cars! 9 other cars! What, are you taking the piss? I don't know why, but for some reason he seems like the kind of guy who would send a Snapchat of him burning an Aston Martin to his friends with normal jobs. Just because he can. Ha! Nah, just kidding. He doesn't associate with us peasants. I hope one day he gets a driving ban for speeding or something and he's forced to take the bus instead. It'd be like having a 10-inch penis, but then you realise that your wife is Susan Boyle. So you might as well just let that sword rust in that scabbard for the next 40 years. Liverpool beat Watford 5-0. Troy Deeney's bollocks were less of a talking point this week. It was all about Mo Salah. I'm not gonna lie, every week I've been waiting for him to stop scoring. I have not put him into my fantasy league team because I've just been thinking it's going to dry up eventually. But just like my genital warts, it never— oh shit, I mean, lads, I also thought Mahrez and Vardy was going to dry up about 2 years ago, but look how that turned out. Not a great week for everyone in the fantasy league to have captained Salah, while my hopes rested on James Arthur. Nigel Pearson should have finished the job and he had the chance, you useless piece of. What more can you say about Salah other than the fact that Chelsea directors must wish that they were dead? 36 goals in 40 games for Liverpool. I thought Luis Suarez was having an incredible season a few years ago. I mean, this is just insane. It doesn't make sense. How is he this good? I mean, Stephen Hawking wouldn't even be able to understand this. And definitely not this week. He has other going on. Hashtag respect the dead. Salah has to slow down. I mean, surely. He just has to. He just has to. He's not going to, is he? He's not going to. I should have just put him on my team. What else happened? Right, Bournemouth beat West Brom 2-1. Junior Stanislas got the winner. They're down. Alan Party, they're just gone. They're 10 points adrift with 7 games left. They still have to play Man United, Spurs and Liverpool. They are so dead. Stoke City took on Everton in a battle of the England goalkeepers and they just reminded everyone why England are Okay, bit harsh, but Jordan Pickford and Jack Bullen still did make mistakes. Chang Tosun scored. My voice, I swear to God, after this video, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk for about a week. Anyway, back to the Premier League. Crystal Palace are out of the relegation zone, and now I definitely think that they'll be fine. They went to Huddersfield in the snow and won 2-0. James Tompkins and Luka Milivojevic, hey, finally able to say it. Only took me 6 months, scoring the goals. With the FA Cup, I think Chelsea are actually going to win it. That was a super win over Leicester. Antonio Conte would like to bow out with a trophy of some description this season, and they're going to want to make amends for losing in the final last year. They've got Southampton in the semis. They should beat them fairly handy. I mean, Mark Hughes has never got an easier route to the semi-final than this. Beat Wigan. That was it. I don't see them doing anything against Chelsea, and then the winner gets to play either United or Spurs. Looks like teams are taking the cup seriously this year, as they should. I am so sick and tired of people disrespecting the FA Cup. A lot of people I've spoken to lately, you know who f***ing are, seem to think that the cup is on a par with the League Cup. It's not. You should be pleased to win the FA Cup, alright? There are clubs out there who haven't won trophies in decades. If they won the FA Cup, their supporters would come on their pants. So treat it with a bit of dignity and respect, please, alright? The FA Cup is important. Alright. That's all I had to say on the matter. What else happened? Yes, the England squad was released. Now, I'm an Irishman, but for 90 minutes this summer, I'm going to eventually cheer on Panama like an old lady at the telly bingo. Having said that, what kind of squad is Gareth Southgate picked here for the friendlies? James Tarkowski and Alfie Mawson have both been called up. Tarkowski I can kind of understand. He's having a great season with Burnley, as has Nick Pope. But Mawson? Really? Jake Livermore? I wouldn't trust him alone at a taxi rank, never mind at a World Cup. Lewis Cook? Really? As I said before, since Danny Welbeck moved to Arsenal, he scored less goals than Saido Berahino. He hasn't scored in 2 years. You could have chucked Berahino in the North Sea in February 2016, never to be seen again, and he'd still have more goals than Welbeck in the last 4 years. It's crazy. And here's the tragic thing, lads. Welbeck is the second most capped player in that England squad. Anyway, that's the end of the video, lads. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.